Right. Next question then. You two are real popular with the Big Finish audios, which of course have been going on. They filled the gap before Doctor Who came back and so on. What's your thoughts in doing audio recordings compared to being on the television? Obviously, it's a very different medium of performance. You know, there's no costumes, there's no sets, but the characters are still there. What do you prefer and why? We'll go to Nicola again first. We'll just go to Colin. So, Nicola?
Well, I get to be eternally like sort of what was I, 18 years old.
Yes.
So that's a real plus of audio. I don't have to wear uncomfortable costumes and get frostbite or pneumonia or any of those things. That's a plus. I don't even have to learn the script. Nice plus. I get to see all my friends. I get to act with them. And the scripts with Big Finish are amazing, and they've gone on to develop wonderfully from the television show. So there's a huge number of pluses to doing Doctor Who on audio, because the audience get to exercise their imagination, and that the monsters never let you down because they're low budget. You just have everything going for you when you're doing the audios. The television, you need to be spending a fortune to bring it to the levels that you would want nowadays. And I don't know if they'd be wanting to see us do it at our ages now. but hey, I love doing the audio, and I just adore doing the television. There are all the obvious disadvantages that for us to still be playing the parts, we would have to be in Doctor Who the soap that we would have been playing for 30 years, which still sounds quite attractive. If I got to work with Colin for 30 years, that would be a plus.
I think the fans would love to have you back on the show. Even if it's one story, one series, whatever. I mean, it's, you know, you're part of the history and we absolutely love it. What about you, Colin, for Big Finish compared to television?
Well, this background I've set up for myself illustrates very neatly the problem. You see, with Nicola, she could actually do it now, because she somehow contrives to look younger than she did when she did it, which is extraordinary. I, on the other hand, if you look at that nonchalant fellow leaning behind me, there would be a credibility gap if you were to do it on television now. But when I haven't got whatever this croak is I've got at the moment, my voice is more or less the same as it was when I did it. So I can get away with Big Finish. And it has been the saviour, I think, of my Doctor and my Doctor and Peri, because it's enabled our relationship to run its more natural course and be more credible. And I've been eternally grateful to them for allowing us to achieve that with our relationship. The standard of writing, too, Big Finish is, you know, if we accept that the scripts that we did on television were variable, some were very good, some were just good, some were okay. The very good is the baseline of Big Finish, and the excellent is a fairly common phenomenon. All the writers, or most of them, are former fans once you watched it in the good old days when we were doing it. And they certainly know their stuff. They have turned out, I'd even say churned out, because there's hundreds of them, hundreds of stories have been written about all the Doctors, about Big Finish, and I've not heard one that was anything less than good. I'm amazed at the level of imagination and creativity that's gone into it. So, yes, of course, I'd love to be that bloke behind me and do it again on television. But as that ain't going to happen, I'm very happy carrying on with Big Finish with Nicola.
Fantastic. One other question I'm going to ask, a bit more random maybe. You may have noticed that on, I think it's Amazon Prime now, the AirZone solution is online. The AirZone solution from 1993, which was the... Yep. Oh, that's interesting. I remember buying that at Panoptica 93 and absolutely loving it, just there was something with Doctor Who in it, anything with the Doctor in it and so on. But your reactions to any of that you want to talk about, or should I?
Well, I'll start. A chap called Bill Baggs, who was a cameraman at the BBC in Nottingham, came up with the idea, as the BBC weren't doing Doctor Who, that he would make on a very low budget for the fans or for himself to build up a portfolio of TV stuff so he could advance his career. Very sensible. That he would do thinly disguised Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
They called it The Stranger.
Yeah, yes.
He enlisted the help of Nick Briggs, who is now the Supremo of Big Finish, to write some scripts, and they were good enough. But if you ask Nick or me, or I suspect Nicola, because the perpetrator of this turned out to have feet of clay, in that, well, he hasn't paid us for a lot of it, and resists all temptation to do so. So we washed our hands of him, really. It was very clear what he was after, which was a portfolio, and we were his willing at the time but unwitting pawns in acquiring that. Well, I hope he sues me for saying this, because then I can prove it. But so whenever we see people saying they enjoyed them, yeah, they were quite well done. We were conned a little bit in terms of some of the content as well. So it's a joyous memory in the doing of it, because we work with a lot of lovely people. It's just that BBV, the company, is not on my top list of, oh goody, I'd like to see him again. Well, actually, I would like to see him again, for different reasons. Is Nicola going to say anything?
Yeah, Nicola, sorry, anything to add to that one? I apologise.
Yeah, pretty much the same. In that I did the first 3 or whatever we did with Bill for free, for nothing. JNT encouraged us to do this, and I was happy to help, and it was lovely to see Colin again. We provided all our own costumes and stuff, and I had clothes that were ruined, and I was promised they would be replaced, but they never were, and it kind of went from there. And then I was asked to fly back from LA to record, and I was told my flight would be covered and there'd be a fee, and I got this one check, and I thought, okay, well, that's probably that's less than half of what, this is the third, it's a third payment, whatever that is. But the rest never came, the flight never came, and then he just moved on and used other people, and has never paid for anything, but seems quite happy to put it out on Amazon and DVDs and all of these things, and we were used. Yes, we were willing lambs to the slaughter, but we were used. So it leaves that kind of aftertaste where you go, oh, it was lovely seeing Colin and thinking we were doing this great thing for the fans, but he had his agenda, and he got what he wanted, and
of course he didn't.
You know, there we go.
I see. Let's go to a Doctor Who question. I feel like I've thought something I shouldn't have done there. But it's certainly very interesting to hear. Can we ask then the obvious question that I'm sure everyone's asking again? What are your thoughts on New Who, and especially the big change in the last couple of years that have happened? Because of course it's been monumental. So I know that, I believe you do watch some of it. I've certainly seen some of your Twitter posts, Nicola, saying that you've seen this and so on. How do you feel about it these days?
I've been working my way through Jodie during this time at home with nothing else to do, and loving it. I love her, and I love Bradley. I know Bradley a bit, and I think he is such a good actor, and I'm just enjoying it enormously. About time we had a woman. Nicola should have played it. Actually, when she, instead of turning into Kiv, she should have turned into the Doctor, and she could have taken over instead of Sylvester. Sorry, Syl. I love you dearly, but Nicola would have been perfect. Yeah, I love having a lady Doctor. I gather now we've got another lady Doctor in the future. I've yet to see how that happens, but I think it's fantastic. I love not knowing what's going on as well.
What about yourself, Nicola?
I am a fan, and I mean a fan who wants the show to be on, still happening, still developing, still growing, still changing. That to me is what the show's about. So I'm very much a part of I love the fact that Doctor Who still exists. I've been watching it most of the way through since I left, when it came back, with my stepkids. So seeing it through children's eyes, and now they're getting older. I'm thrilled that we have a female Doctor. And like Colin, I just adore Bradley. I adore the whole team. I love it. I don't know how they managed to do that thing, because I think it works easier with just one companion, when they manage to juggle all of these companions and still give them, plenty to be doing. It makes me feel humbled and honoured to be a part of something that is still growing and existing, and hopefully, manifesting itself into every century through the future, in whatever form entertainment may take, in long past us having left the planet. I am a fan of the show, and so I go with the flow, and I'm thrilled we have a female Doctor. And there's so many. I love seeing all the little girls in their cosplay, and I loved watching the women do the male Doctors as their cosplay. And now I see some of the guys dressing up as Jodie, and I think that's just brilliant. I love it.